There's a network of tunnels called utilidors, short for utility corridors, that allows cast members and other staff to access different parts of the park and move around without being seen, so as to not break the illusion and take guests out of the immersive Disney experience. But this has been widely criticized for being the exact way that Disney employees from Number 6 stole children, from Number 6 stole children, from Number 6 stole children. They used these tunnels, hidden away from the public. That's how they got away with it. While I can't confirm or deny through research, but there's a lot of theories out there that suggest there's a possibility.
Here's what it is. Okay, today is January the 24th. The sun is 4 degrees Aquarius. As I said yesterday, is transiting Saturn today. Well, yesterday and today, actually. But Saturn is, 4 degrees at the 24-minute arc. And the sun at 12 o'clock today will be about to hit 5 degrees Aquarius, which will be the Aries Duad, as opposed to the Pisces Duad that Saturn is stuck in and going to be in for a second or two. Is it Saturn? On the 29th, it's going to switch. But by that time, the sun going to be on doing its own thing as well. So anyway, the moon is in Gemini, and that's what we're going to read today. But I wanted to show you that in the beginning, and I'm going to show you the beginning of that clip. So you understand what I'm talking about here. Mercury is 22 degrees Aquarius, 23 degrees Aquarius. Venus 20 degrees Cap. That's the Virgo Duad. So, Virgo precise technical issues of Capricorn, legacy, career, Venus, what you want to do, what you like. And I'm speaking Venus specifically because yesterday I showed how the chain of planets go back, or the depositors go back to Venus, Uranus, and Saturn. And with the sun transiting Saturn today, magnifying that energy that may pop up today, or may have already popped up yesterday. So and Mars and Jupiter still playing the 90-degree angle with each other. Taurus and Aquarius at 8 degrees exactly a 90-degree angle, maybe a hard angle in between what you know is right and what you may do to secure the bag, if you will. Maybe some immoral choices, immoral actions coming up, you know what I mean? Or maybe just some not smart ones, maybe some scary, some situations where you do some things that you don't want to, but out of fear, or out of a fear of not having something. So anyway, just to let me show you the rest of this clip, and the point is this, okay? The sun is transiting Saturn, and my point is Saturn is your understanding, and the sun is your will. So what I am trying to bring to your understanding, or what light I'm trying to bring up within you, is the realization of evil. And this is a backwards world. The first to be last, last should be first. What we think is some of the most wholesome, some of the most friendliest, all well-intentioned places are some of the most evil. If you go back and watch the movie Beverly Hills Cop, see that right there? Yeah, Beverly, right? Beverly Hills, that place called Beverly Hills, it originally was planned to be called Morocco, as you see on the screen. That made me want to go watch Beverly Hills Cop, because I grew up, all three of them was my favorite movies. I grew up in the 80s. I was born in 85. Eddie Murphy was the star. So anyway, Beverly Hills Cop 3, it all takes place at Wonder World, and it's all a I think it's called a homage. I'm probably using the wrong word, but basically it's all a shout out or call back to Disney World. You see what I'm saying? And in that movie, some of the most illegal things are going on in Wonder World, and that's what is happening in Disney, but even worse. So after you watch this,
Number 6. Imagine taking your family to the happiest place on earth and leaving the family outing that day with one child missing. It happens more than you think. In fact, on multiple occasions, Disney employees have been caught and arrested for child trafficking. I mean, this just got real dark. Disney employees have been caught and arrested for child trafficking. I mean, this just got real dark. Disney employees have been caught and arrested for child trafficking. I mean, this just got real dark. And stealing children to sell them on the black market. I've heard of this black market thing. I don't actually know what it is. How are people buying kids? How are people selling kids on the black market? In 2015, 3 Disney employees were caught by police as a part of a huge sting. The reports never stated whether the children were found, but Disney goes on to great lengths to cover this up because obviously, well, it's bad for business. Number 5.
So you seen that clip is from a countdown. It's not even on no conspiracy, nothing. They're just talking about what has actually and factually happened. So at this point, and my point in this video is that, like, when is this stuff gonna stop being a conspiracy theory? You understand what I'm saying? Like, when are we just gonna acknowledge that these people really do this stuff? Look at this. That's on their stuff, family. Look at this show. This dude's a Freemason in the whole show. Yeah, he rock a fez the whole show, right? Look, they got ask about the Illuminati in there. It's all there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to deal with this type of stuff, but this is what the sun on Saturn brings you. Some realization, some real stuff, the real evils of this world. You know, these people been programming us to this type of stuff, subliminal messaging. You know, now they got a channel. You feel me? And that's how your child be watching. And this is what it is. So, just so you understand, she was a Moor in this movie. She was a Moor from the Moors in this movie. Okay, so, and then, comic sense it real quick. Look at all the Disney stars that grew up to be, the Britney Spears, Miley Cyruses. So let's just be real with ourselves here. All right, so sum this video up. Let's go to Mercury and Gemini. Because that's what the energy is. I always want to get the energies of the time. So, I mean, not Mercury, forgive me, Moon and Gemini. Essence, security through communicating. Security is found through communicating your feelings not only to others, but also to yourself. You have a knack of keeping difficult emotions on mental hooks and thereby create an illusion of emotional lightness. This is just fine until you run out of hooks and you have to start cleaning out the closet of all those unlooked at doubts and fears, or what we call hang-ups. The bane and the boon of Gemini Moon is the constant flow of emotion through your mind. In a positive sense, this means that your feelings can be readily and cleverly expressed through the written or spoken word. On the other hand, without a serious sense of purpose, what you are thinking or saying will be experienced like a television that is continually having its channel changed. However, you certainly have the gift of gab. No one can compete with you when it comes to spontaneously holding forth. Your ability to verbalize a stream of consciousness is remarkable, should prove itself in such fields as literature, journalism, counseling, or public speaking. You also have a talent for putting your finger on it when it comes to assessing the emotional state of a person or an occasion. However accurate as such appraisals are, take care not to overlook the deeper and more powerful emotions drives that are present. Similarly, a lack of commitment from another suggests that there is an area of your own feelings that is being skimmed over. Others without Gemini moons do not find it so easy to take things at face value. Until you begin to discover and reveal deeper layers of your own personality, a partner is going to be equally invasive and hard to find. Geminian duality is very marked here. For example, on one hand, you have a flair for making light of heavy emotions that can be quite relieving, but on the other, such a sticky plaster approach can deceive both you, yourself, and others into thinking that everything is fine when it really is not. Also, your natural ability to intellectualize emotions may enable you to keep a cool head, but a cold heart too, if you are not too careful. Others find a cool head good to have around, but with a cold heart, there won't be anyone around. That's the Gemini. I'm a Gemini sun, so some things that like others will be emotional about. I can kind of it just kind of bounce off me because my mind it's just Gemini, and that's what they're saying. Like the Gemini energy is just that quick, mercurial, energy that takes something and goes on to the next. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it just don't let it bother us like that too much. So that in itself kind of helped me personally with understanding with studying some of these, this evil shit, because I can take it and I can focus my mind on other things, and rather quickly to where it doesn't keep me down. My problem is my Pisces moon. Lord, that motherfucker down. Underlining your breezy emotional nature is a deep need to keep everyone informed of the fact that life is but a passing show, and that the world of opposite always prevails, and that there can be found joy and sadness, amusement and boredom, absurdity and profundity, and of course vice versa. What is important is the interplay between the main poles of thinking and feeling. So what he's talking about right now, what they talking about right there is mayat, balance. Okay, what the interplay between the poles. Okay, Gemini can be left too far to the left, too far to the right. Have to find a middle point. This can often be just a case of you're not knowing when to stop talking, like what just happened just then, as you juggle and shunt your notions and emotions back and forth. But when you are aware that you are doing this, sparks of genius begin to fly. So variety, mental stimulation, being in the know, keeping on the move, grooves. You know what I'm saying? I'm grooving right now. No music. Predictability. Can't stand predictability. Clouds, being lost for words, being pinned down in ruts. All right. So, lastly, just look at the contrast, the positive and negative sides of Gemini Moon. Some positives is easygoing, light touch, uncomplicated, and lively. Some negatives is heavy weathered, superficial, simplistic, or manic, depressive. Says some positive ways to do it is trust your mind, express and understand feelings, not to replace them. Some negative things is others can't feel for you, neither can you, mistaking your reactions for reasons. So, really, really get to know your emotions, get to know your mind, essentially as a Gemini moon, because you got a lot going on. So, peace and love. Take it easy.